Alright, next up we have Azrael's. Okay, I finally found yours, man. I was on Infernal the whole time. It was supposed to be on Insanity, yada yada yada. Okay, the issue I have with your promo, I don't know if you're in a rush. I don't read the OOC threads that much because there's always like Jensen making a comment about a girlfriend that's gonna break up with him in a couple of days. I heart you, Jensen. But the issue with your promo is the first scene is like, whoa, that's nice. You know, it could have set up for something good. Justice, it was kind of but it was good overall. Like I was actually interested in your promo, unlike Ultramarcus's, which sucked balls. Jk. Nah, but I was actually interested in it. And then I'm reading, and you call out the big players. Interestingly, you don't call out Andy Savannah. I'm kind of hurt there. I'm a wee bit hurt. If I don't ever vote for you again, it's because you didn't call me out. Because you don't see me as a threat. I hope you know that. Nah, but you call him out, and all of a sudden it just ends. I don't mind that you call me out, by the way. Don't think I'm angry, but like it just three guys, and you're like, these are the main three guys, and then it ends. That's like me going, oh man, Ash, Big B Brown, and Ultramarcus, what are y'all doing? And then I get eliminated by like 10 other guys I forgot were there. That's like that's like going into a match with the mindset of 4 people, you know? Like, I remember Eddie B, dude, that nigga, man, you know how he won all the time? He called out everybody kind of thing, you know? He's in a match against one person, and he's calling out the referee, he's calling out APW, he's calling out the announcers, he's calling out the kid in the first seat, he's calling out little Jimmy who can't sing, you know? He did that, man, and it shows, like, complete focus, and for some reason the voters react to that, and when I give feedback, I sometimes like to say, hey, man, this will get you more votes because, people like to vote for that kind of thing, and what you might have should have done is called out a lot more people because to the readers it shows them where Azrael is what he's thinking, you know. He's like, whoa, but to how you make it seem is like he's not focused, or like it didn't really occur to you for you to care. And the promo overall was short and mostly pointless. The first scene sets up the point, and that's about it. And the rest is just kind of trash talk. But maybe you were pressed for time, and I'm giving you a hard time for no reason. That could be it, but it could not be. Hell if I know. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't know. I might vote for you. If it's like one of those vote for 3 kind of things, then I'll vote for you. And if it isn't, well, fuck. I gotta vote for myself, nigga. Or else nobody else will. Alright, next. And then, let's see, we have Jeff Watson. Alright, Jeff. You were actually my first match here in LPW, and I beat you by .1. Yeah, that was crazy. That still blows my mind to this day. So far we've come. Anyways, enough of that retrospect kind of deal. Here we are with Jeff Watson. I'm reading your promo, and your dialogues wouldn't. And you see people, they like to tell you that your dialogues wouldn't, but they don't want to help you understand why your dialogue is wooden. They won't tell you, hey, it's wooden because of this, or hey, it's wooden because of that. We just know it's wooden. And like whenever I read somebody's promo, I sit there and I try to give their characters the benefit of the doubt. You know, I try to get into the mindset of the characters. You know, I try to sit there and be like, well, what if Watson talked like this with a serious voice, or what if Watson talked like this with like a sly voice? But the issue is like every time I read your characters, no matter what personality I give them, it doesn't fit the dialogue, and it's because your characters have no personality. It feels like they're saying what they need to say, and they're doing what they need to do without any soul in it. There's no spirit, you know. When Watson says something, it's like I don't know. It's like I sit there and I read it, and I think to myself, I'm like, all right, well maybe he's like this kind of character, but he's not. And even with your action, it doesn't really help to convey. I think a lot of the issue is that in your action you don't have enough emotion, you know. Like you'll say Jeff as an example. I don't think you really say this. It's like Jeff's eyebrow raises, but you don't really help us understand why Jeff's eyebrow is raising, or you don't make us understand that why his eyebrow raising is important. What you need to do the action really builds on the dialogue. So instead of it's like Jeff's eyebrow raising and then Jeff says, I think I got something in my ass, you know, it's like, whoa, Jeff's eyebrow raises in pain he can feel from the trickle of the sweat off his eyebrow, and his eye twitches a little bit, and the redness, you know, add some descriptive words in the action, and then have Jeff say the same line, I think I've got something in my ass, and then people are like, whoa, Jeff must be in a amount of pain, you know, because then we'll be able to understand that he's like, Senor, there's something in my bunghole. That kind of thing, you know? And it helps us to get inside his mind a bit better. And throughout the whole thing, it might not be your dialogue, but it's more or less your action. But also going back to your dialogue, it seems like everybody is long-winded, you know? Everybody says like 4 or 5 sentences at a time. It's like a conversation is like this. Michael, hey man, what are you doing here? I'm just sitting here, you know, looking at the ceiling fan. It's already hot outside, so I don't want to be out there because even if I take my AC out there, it won't freeze, you know? It's really crazy. And then Jeff responds, yeah, man, I was just walking in, just fixed my car. I have a mouse. I like shoes. Where's the socks at? Let me put some belts on. You know, it's really long-winded. A better way to do it is to make it seem more natural because not everybody talks in 4 to 5 sentences at a time, you know? It could be like, Michael's like, hey man, it's fucking hot out there, and then just be all like, hey nigga, I can't find my socks, and then you know you could go through it eventually, and it seems more natural, and it would also help you to cut out some of not the gunk or whatever, but it helped you to really focus on what you need to say because it'd make your promo way longer, and hey, it might even get you a couple votes. See, there you go, I'm helping you get votes anyway, but hopefully what I'm saying is helping you out just a wee bit. Alright, Dynamo, my nigga Dynamo. First things first, fuck that blue. Fuck it to hell. Fuck it to wherever, dude. When each line of the blue I read, I got a headache because it felt like the blue was like an optical illusion sinking into my not my TV screen, my computer screen. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And I know you probably didn't mean for that, dude, but like, I guess in Watson's he has Jeff highlighted in blue, nigga. But in your promo, please get rid of that blue. I don't know if it's the whatever it is. Like, it's hard to read. It's like whenever I lay my eyes first on it, it like sinks away. The blue sinks away, and then I feel like I gotta wear some fucking glasses to read it, man. I don't know. Your promo sucks because I'm just joking. It doesn't suck because of that. A lot of the promo felt pointless. You know, you're showing like I think a lot of what people do is they have the key to Eddie B. I talk about Eddie B a lot, but the dude is successful. He's good, man. He's good at doing what he does. That's why I hate him. But like the key to what he said is a lot of his storylines that didn't involve wrestling actually involved him being a wrestler. And while you have storylines like your brother and stuff, they involve you being a wrestler. They don't really convey to why it matters to your wrestling. Eddie B's risen for living roared because of how he felt on the outside of the wrestling ring. But a lot of what you're doing, even if that is why you wrestle, it doesn't really add to it. You know, it doesn't like if you were to take off that first scene with the alcoholics, people would be like, okay, whatever. You know, who cares? But because it doesn't add anything, it just you have a brother's an alcoholic. But if like let's say your brother was an alcoholic and then you had like some fucking monologue or something and you're just like, my name is Dynamo, my brother is an alcoholic, I will go fight for him, it'll be great. But I also don't think I'm being a hater because there was some of that straight edge stuff. And I think maybe if you would have built up that because his brother hates him for being straight edge, or not hate him, but they have animosity, that's why Dynamo feels that he should be straight edge, you know? Like I said, it adds another dimension to the character. And what you need is dimensions to a character. You can't have him just be like, I'm straight edge. I like it that way. Because then it's like, well, you're just straight edge. That's awesome. I'm going to read 20 promos by you for being straight edge. Losers! Not very, that won't go good for you, Holmes. So, you know, add a dimension or two. Make sure everything adds up to something, you know. But maybe you're building something. So maybe if I read your next promo, things go well. Yeah.